Magic mirror on the wall. Who is the fairest one of all?
My full name is Katerina Erica Honasan. I was born on November 22, 1996, and I am currently 18 years old. I am often described by people as a ball of sunshine because of my positive aura. I love being happy and optimistic. I treasure every moment in life and I live life with no regrets, just lessons learned. I love adventures, trying new things, being spontaneous, and going with the flow. Though it may come off as a bad thing, I can say that despite that personality of mine, I am a very committed and well driven person, and I won't stop until I get what I want. Aside from going to school on weekdays and bonding with my family and friends on weekends, I have other things that keep me preoccupied. Although it may not look like it, I spend most of my free time reading books. I collect tons of books and I treat them like my biggest treasure. I also play tennis and write as a form of letting my emotions out. I'm also a sucker for beaches. I always love to go to the beach with my family and friends when given the time. Aside from those activities, I also have some interests. I love listening to music by my favorite artists, some of which are the Beatles, Westlife, Demi Lovato, and Mac Miller. I also love to read, and my favorite books are Looking for Alaska and Everyday. And of course, I also love movies. And my all-time favorite movies are Grease, The Breakfast Club, and Pearl Harbor. I graduated from St. Pedro Poveda College last March 25, 2015. I studied there for 14 years, from Kinder 1 up until 4th year high school. I will forever consider this my second home, for I consider this the place where I molded the person I am today. Last June 22, 2015, I started college at Enderun Colleges, taking up hotel administration as my course. I plan to spend my 4 years of college here because I grew to love the school and, more important, the people I see every day. I grew up in a family of five. I'm the youngest child and I have two older sisters. My mom has been a housewife for 3 years now, and my dad works as a sales director of Del Monte, Philippines. As a family, we are all very jolly. We are all kids at heart, and that's why we all love to have fun and just fool around. I'm a sucker for my friends. I always like to be around them, be it that we're doing something incredibly crazy or just not doing anything at all. I always make sure that I'm in the company of my friends because I consider them as my second family. We do practically everything together, and most of them have watched me grow into the person that I am today. Based on the table, I have concluded that all three laptops have a few similarities, especially in terms of its processing capacity, which is 64 bits. The difference between each laptop in terms of processing speed is very small, which is only about zero point 0.5 GHz away from each other. On the other hand, MacBook Pro is the same with the Chromebook Pixel in terms of memory capacity with 16 gigabytes each, while the Dell XPS has only 8 gigabytes. MacBook Pro is also the same with Dell XPS in terms of memory speed with 1600 MHz, while Chromebook Pixel is the fastest between the three with 2200 MHz. If you need a laptop with a big storage, then I suggest you buy the Dell XPS for it has the largest amount of storage capacity, although its storage speed is the slowest. Chromebook Pixel has the longest battery life while the other two have roughly the same. The cheapest laptop would be Dell XPS, although I understand why because for me, it is the least admiring one as compared to the other two. MacBook Pro is more expensive than the Chromebook Pixel by $110, but it is reasonable because I recommend the MacBook Pro to all laptop users. It is the most balanced out one because it's as though the others lead in some, they also fall by a lot in some, while the MacBook Pro is consistent with its features. Based on the table evaluating the three types of printers, I have observed that all three printers are almost the same. The memory of both Brother MFC J470W and Epson Workforce WF3640 are at 64 megabytes, while the Fujitsu ScanSnap IX500 falls behind with only 62 megabytes. Although in terms of its speed, the Fujitsu ScanSnap IX500 is ahead because it functions with 14 pages per minute. In terms of the printer's dots per inches, the difference between all printers are very big, with the Fujitsu ScanSnap IX500 only having 600 dots per inch, the Epson Workforce WF3640 with 4800 dots per inch, and the Brother MFC J470W with 1200 dots per inch. The heaviest printer is the Epson Workforce WF3640, which weighs 25 pounds, and the lightest is the Fujitsu ScanSnap IX500, which is only 11.5 pounds. If you are trying to pick out the best printer, then I recommend that you buy the Epson Workforce WF3640. Out of all three printers, this printer is the most consistent one. Its features are very well balanced, for its speed is relatively fast, its memory is big compared to other printers, and its dots per inches is just right. Although it is the heaviest between the three laptops, it is not as pricey as the other laptops being sold nowadays.